Hi students, welcome back to today's class. Now we are going to see the new topic called the CSV file. Okay, that is comma separated values. That is a full form of CSV. Okay, so in that we are going to see this import CSV module functions, open close function in a CSV file, and read from a CSV file and write into a CSV file using CSV.reader and CSV.write row. So write row for writing and reader for reading from the file. Okay, so like that we have seen in text files and binary files, no? In the same manner, how we can write the contents and read the contents from the CSV file we are going to see here. And then the next video we are going to see about creating Python libraries. Okay, so we have seen how to import Python libraries in the previous classes, and in the next video we are going to see about how we can create Python libraries of our own. So we can create our own library also, and inside that we can create have some modules also under that Python package, so that we will see with some examples. Okay, so if I complete these two topics, no, so the syllabus related to Python, that is unit 1, fully over. Now next we are going to see about um, that is connectivity. Okay, interface of Python with an SQL database only we need to see in the next class. Okay, so MySQL also completed, so whichever topics I have not covered, so I need to uh, check it. Okay, so that alone I will cover in the next class. Okay, so mainly interface of Python and with an SQL database I will cover in the next class. Okay, so now we are moving on to uh, CSV files and importing CSV module. Okay, so now we are going to see this CSV file. So what is a CSV file? A CSV file is a comma separated values file. So values are going to be separated by the comma. So we'll see examples also for that. Okay, it is a type of plain text file that uses specific structuring to arrange tabular data. So for example, if you have a CSV file, and that file can be opened in Excel also, and in the database also, like a tabular format. Whichever application softwares are opening the data or storing the data in the form of tabular, okay, in the form of table, so in those softwares and all we can open the CSV file. But actually CSV file will be in the form of what? Plain text file. It is a type of plain text file. So we will see how it is going to be written. So we can write it in text editor, notepad, or any kind of a text editor. We can type, and we can save it as a .csv extension. Okay, so always CSV files need to be stored in .csv extension only. Okay, it is a type of plain text file that uses specific structuring to arrange tabular data. So it will be using specific structure. Okay, so normally if you see a spreadsheet software, okay, spreadsheet software, how it will be storing the data? It will be storing the data in the form of rows and columns. So columns are used to indicate the field names. For example, student details, if you want to save in a spreadsheet, student name, student first student roll number, then student name, and then student class, and then date of birth, like that we can store a number of details in the column wise. So column is used to indicate the heading. Okay, columns are used to that is mainly first row is used to give the heading for the entire table contents. Okay, and second row onwards we will be having the record. Okay, so record means what? Values. Okay, so values related to each field. For example, student roll number means 1, student roll number 2, and then student name, first person's name, first student name, second student name, like that we can enter the details one after other in the next rows. Okay, so every row is used to indicate, except first row, other rows are all used to indicate the entire record, one particular record, one student information, entire information will be available in the one particular record. So in that manner, the data is going to be seen when we are going to open the CSV file in the Excel or in the database software. Even if you open the database software also, like MS Access or some other database softwares, if you are opening Oracle, SQL, all those things, if you are opening, this CSV can be supported in this kind of softwares also. So, but it is going to be saved in the form of plain text file. Because it's a plain text file, it can contain only actual text data. In other words, printable ASCII characters, that is alphabets only, alphabets with numbers and some special symbols we can include. Special symbol means here we are what we are going to include, comma, because it is a comma separated values. Okay. So American Standard Code for Information Interchange and Unicode characters will be available in the CSV file content. Okay. So the structure of CSV file is given away by its name. Okay, normally CSV file uses a comma to separate each specific data value. Okay, here we are going to see the structure. Specific structure, we said no, specific structure it is following. So what kind of structure the CSV file is following? First column 1 name, comma, column 2 name, comma, column 3 name. Okay, under column 1 name, we have first row data 1, then under column 2, first row data 2, first row data 3, and then second row data 1, data 2, data 3. So like that every next rows we can store the values under every column. Okay, so notice how each piece of data is separated by comma. So here every data need to be separated by comma. Normally the first line identifies each piece of data. In other words, the name of the data column is given in the first line. Okay, first row. Every subsequent line after that it is actually a data and is limited only by file size constraints. Okay, so file size constraints conditions it is following. So only based on that it is having some restrictions. Okay, actual data will be having some restrictions based on the file size constraints only. So in general, the separator character is called a delimiter. Okay, so the separator character here is what? Comma. Okay, so this is separating one value from the other value. Okay, so the separator character is called a delimiter. See, it is a delimiter, and the comma is not only the one used. Okay, so comma alone we won't use as a delimiter in the comma separated files. Other popular delimiters includes the tab. Okay, so backslash t and then colon and semicolon characters also we can include. Okay, properly parsing a CSV file requires us to know which delimiter is being used. Okay, so we need to know which delimiter we are using when we want to read the CSV file. So properly parsing means reading a CSV file requires us to know which delimiter is being used. Okay, so where do CSV files come from? CSV files are normally created by programs. So why we are having these names of files or the types of files? Okay, why we want to have these files? Okay, text files, we have document files, and then many files like Python files, executable files, like that. Lot of files are there. Okay, music files. Okay, why we need to have the CSV files? CSV files are normally created by programs that handles large amount of data. So whenever you want to deal with, whenever you are writing program, that program want to deal with or it wants to use input as huge amount of data. Okay, so we cannot depend on a single variable. So that only we went for the file concept. Okay, so large amount of input we can keep it in the file and we can read the content from the file and we can do manipulation in that, and we can write back the result in the file itself. Okay, so no need of variables there. No need of variables in order to handle large amount of data, because variable is the volatile in nature, because once we have used the content assigned the variable value, then next we won't remember that value, and the value will not be available in the hard disk also. Okay, when we are dealing inputs with the help of variables, for that reason only we went for files concept. Okay, so here CSV files are normally created by programs that handles large amount of data. They are a convenient way to export data from spreadsheet. So here important thing you need to see here. Okay, so whenever we are writing Python programs or any programming, they are convenient way. CSV files are only convenient way to export data, that is to extract data from the spreadsheets and the databases, because it's going to represent the tabular data only. No, so tabular format only, spreadsheets values are also available, database values are also available in the grid format, that is tables, like cells. Inside every cell data is going to be placed. Okay, so as well as import. So for exporting also, from extracting from spreadsheets and databases also, CSV files are very convenient, as well as to import or use it in the other programs. So in other programs, if you want to use these values, no, spreadsheets values, databases values, that is CSV file values, if you want to use, for that reason also we can use the CSV files. For example, you might export the results of data mining program, okay, to a CSV file, and then import that into a spreadsheet to analyze the data. So you are exporting from the database as a CSV file, and then that CSV file is again given to spreadsheet. So direct straight away database software to spreadsheet we cannot give. So we need to convert the value in the form of CSV file. So the tabular value easily can be represented in CSV file format, that is comma separated value, like that we can easily represent. and then import that into a spreadsheet to analyze the data. So now we'll see one example how the CSV file can be opened in a spreadsheet. Okay, so I'm just going to open Notepad. I'm going to write some column name like serial number, comma. So column names normally we need to give like this: column name 1, student name, okay, and then class. So only these values I'm going to enter. Under serial number we need to give a number, and then student name under we can give some student name, and then class like 12 like that we can do, and then second serial number, uh, 12. Okay, so third serial number. So like that we have given the values in the Notepad text editor. Now we are going to save this file in the .csv format. Okay, see, all files, just choose all files and save it in, save as CSV file. Okay, so student, simply we'll say as student.csv. Okay, so I'm going to save it. Okay, now I want to open the same file. So because it is saved as student now, so later it will be available in the latest folder. Okay, see here, CSV student we have created. Now only we have created as a text file. Okay, that is CSV file. So now how it was entered in the Notepad, see, just check here, open with Notepad. I'm giving, it was created like this. Okay, now the same student, that is CSV file only, it was saved as a .csv extension only. So now I'm going to open with a spreadsheet. Okay, so how the value is open, just you see here. So this is the advantage of CSV file. So it is automatically aligned in every cell. Okay, so starting from the first row is having the heading, and second row is having the values, next to values, and third row, fourth row, like that. Every row is having the contents related to the column name. Okay, so like that, this is the advantage. And even here you can check here, worksheet name also is changed as student. Okay, so this is the advantage of using this CSV file. Okay, so if you are creating CSV file, easily we can export to database or any spreadsheet application. Also we can open in the spreadsheet software or in a database software. Okay, so we can use it in the other programs. That is the advantage of the CSV file. So that we can store large amount of data. Only thing is we need to assign the values correctly under every column separated by comma. Okay, so that is the thing we need to follow here correctly. Okay, for example, you might export the results of data mining program. Data mining in the sense database only, but large amount of data we will be having this in this data mining program. To a CSV file, and then import that into a spreadsheet to analyze the data, generate graphs for a presentation. So in a spreadsheet, we need to generate a graphs. Okay, like a chart and all we want to present, and prepare a report for publication. We can do it with the help of the CSV file. For these operations, we can use the CSV file. Are very easy to work with programmatically. So programs also, CSV files can be easily handled. So any language that supports text file input and string manipulation like Python can work with CSV files directly. Okay, so CSV means comma separated values format is one of the most simple and common ways to store tabular data. To represent CSV file, it must be saved with what extension? .csv file extension. If you open the above CSV file using the text editor such as Sublime Text, you will be seeing this one. Okay, so S number, name, city. If you are typing like this, okay, and if you are opening in the text editor, it will be open like this. As you can see, the elements of CSV files are separated by comma. So comma is a delimiter here. So you can have any single character as your delimiter as per your needs. So here not only comma, as we have discussed, like colon, semicolon, and backslash t, that is tab key also we can use it as a single character between the values. Okay, note, the CSV module can also be used for other file extensions. Okay, so that is the dot txt files also we can use it as long as their contents are in the proper structure. So if you are saving in dot txt format, and if you have the same format, no same structure, if you are following, then we can use the text files also. Not only CSV files, text files dot txt file extension also we can use it for the CSV module. Okay, so we need to import CSV module before we use the functions which are there in the module. So if you want to read the contents of CSV file or write the contents into the CSV file, we need to use the methods. So that methods are available in the CSV module only. So you know that what is meant by module. Module is one of the um, what one of the file which is available under the um package. Okay, uh, Python package we will be having, that is in a library we will be having the CSV module. Okay, under Python standard library we will be having this CSV module. Okay, and working with CSV files in Python. So while we could use the built-in open function to work with CSV files in Python, there is a dedicated CSV module. So we need to use the CSV module that makes working with CSV files much easier. So before we can use the methods to the CSV module, that is like a reader method and write row method are there. No, before using those methods, you need to import CSV module. Okay, using import CSV. So now we are going to read the files. Okay, CSV file contents. So reading CSV files using CSV dot reader method. Okay, CSV dot reader method. So CSV is the module name, and then dot we need to use module name dot the function name, method name we need to use. Okay, this is the method for accessing any methods which are available in some modules. Okay, so here CSV module, inside we have the reader method in order to read the content from the mentioned CSV file. So to read a CSV file in Python, we can use CSV.reader function. Suppose we have a CSV file named pupil.csv in the current directory with the following entries. Okay, so like this you have saved one content in pupil.csv, you have saved inside the Python current working directory. Okay, so now how we are using the CSV.reader we will see. Okay, so read CSV having comma delimiter. Okay, so import CSV. First we need to import the module name CSV, and then with open. So we have used with statement no in order to do simultaneous operations like file handling and also opening the file. Okay, file object is signed here after as. Okay, after as keyword we have used the file handle or file object. So with the help of this file handle or object or file pointer only, we will be reading the file. Okay, we will be reading the, this is the pointer to the file name pupil.csv. This is acting like a pointer. Okay, so with open, okay, pupil.csv, in which mode we are opening, read mode only. Okay, so within single quotes read, within single quotes pupil.csv. You can see here this is not a relative path or absolute path also, because the file name is available directly in the current working directory. Okay, so that we are just giving the name of the file alone. So pupil.csv comma or as file colon. Okay, then next block of statement starts. So reader is the variable which is going to have the value from the file. Okay, so whatever value we are reading, that is going to be assigned to the variable name called the reader. So the reader need to be for row in reader, print of row. Okay, that statement you need to use. Okay, if you use that statement you will be getting the answer like this. Okay, so reader is equal to csv dot reader of file. Okay, so this file is pointing to pupil.csv. This file handle we need to pass inside the reader method for row in reader colon. So we need to read line by line, because row by row the values are available. First row, second row, third row. So every row you need to display. Okay, in the Python screen, Python interpreter screen. So that for row in reader, for loop we are using, rows as a variable, looping variable. Okay, so in reader, so reader only is holding the value, no, whatever lines we are reading from the file. Okay, so that is held in the reader variable. So for row in reader, okay, it will be going up to, the process will be repeated up to it reaches the end of file. Okay, and for row in reader, print of row. Okay, print of row you need to give in order to display the contents like this. So let us see the example. See, so the csv.reader is used to read the file which returns the iterable reader object. So iterable means what? So first row, second row, third row, like iteration wise it will be going, step wise it will go. So the reader object is then iterated using for loop to print the contents of each row. Okay, in the above example we are using the csv.reader function in default mode for CSV files having the comma delimiter. However, the function is much more customizable. So we can change some values in the function also, that is in the inside the reader function. Okay, so how we can change means from the file we are going to use this delimiter and equal to \t. So like a tab wise the content want to be read means you can the tab space if you want to have means you can give the delimiter as \t. Okay, so only one small changes we have done here. csv.reader, here only the file handle name given here. Here file handle comma delimiter how it should be returned. So whether if it is want to be a comma means defaultly if it want to be returned as comma as separator means we can leave it with the file itself. Okay, otherwise you need to mention which delimiter you want to have in between the values. Okay, in order to separate the values. And for row in reader print row same thing, only the extra thing what we have added here is delimiter is equal to \t. Okay, so let us see how this output we have got in the how we have got the output in the Python interpreter. Okay, see Python shell import CSV I have used. Okay, with open people.csv read as, that is read mode as file. So reader is equal to, is the variable name, is equal to csv.reader of file. Okay, so this file is pointing to now people.csv. So for row in reader print of row. So this CSV file actually I have saved inside the, see I have saved inside this Python 37. This is only actually where the Python software is held. Inside that only this pupil.csv I have saved. So this file I have saved already like this. Okay. So name, age, profession, Jack 23 doctor, Miller 22 engineer. So this is the input. So this has saved as what .csv only in the beginning, so that I'm just showing for row in reader print row. So what it is returning? It is returning the values in the comma separated format. Okay, so like a comma separated value format we are getting the values. Okay, so now how we can see after using delimiter also it is showing like that only, but the difference is that here everything is included within single quotes. See here, name before one single quotes, profession after one single quotes. Here individually every values are separated by comma, but if you use this \t, slight changes we have seen in the output. That is all the values are separated by comma, but everything is enclosed within a single quotes. Okay, entire values are enclosed within a single quotes. Okay, so this is going to this is the output of this delimiter usage. Okay, delimiter, that is \t usage. Okay, now next we are going to see how we can write the content into the CSV files. Okay, so for that we are going to use the csv.writer function, and writer function also we can use it. Okay, so to write to a CSV file in Python we can use the csv.writer function. It is returns writer object that converts the user data into a delimited string. This string can later be used to write into a CSV file. So first we are converting using writer function as the delimited string. So then the string is going to be used with the help of this write row function, and it is going to be written into the CSV file. Okay, see here, first writer function is reading writer function. With the help of that we want to, it is converting the user data into a delimited string here with the help of this line. Okay, so with open protagonist.csv is the file name. Okay, and write mode we have opened, and new line is equal to within single quotes only one space is provided here, and we have closed this as file, and writer is the variable name. This is going to hold the string object what we have converted here. Okay, so that is uh, converts the user data into a delimited string now, that is assigned here in the writer. So with the help of this writer we are going to call the write row method. So in the write row method only, row by row we can enter the value into the file. Okay, into the file name called protagonist.csv. Okay, so SN, that is serial number, movie name, protagonist. Okay, so like that we have given the titles, okay, column headings we have given, and second row, third row also individually we have passed the values like this, okay. So after that, if you are running the above program and if you open the Protagonist CSV file in a read mode, okay, with the help of the reader function, if you are opening, it will be displayed like this. See, let us see here. So with the help of the writer method, I have written. So simply it is returning the answer like this. Then afterwards, I just opened the same file name .csv in the read mode, and with the help of the variable name reader, so for loop I have used. So after that, I have printed that row. Okay, so every row is displayed like this. Okay, so in the same way, that is by the help of this write row method only, and writer method only, we have returned some values into the file name called protagonist.csv. But here, if you see, no, see, everything is enclosed in double quotes except the number. So if you read that same file, no, protagonist.csv, if it is written properly only, we can get the answer like this, okay. So the I have got the output like this, okay. S number, movie, protagonist, and everything is separated by commas, that values and all separated by commas, and it is listed in the second row and third row of the table, okay. And now we can write multiple contents, no, row list, entire rows, all the rows we can add it to the CSV file. So for that CSV row list, one variable we are assigning, that in that variable main first heading, and then second row values, then third row values, everything we have assigned as a single list, okay. So writer is equal to csv dot writer file and writer dot write row csv underscore row list, okay. So this is assigned here, okay. Then after that, if you are reading the content, it will be read like this, okay. So if you are opening in a write mode, already this protagonist is having some contents like this, that will be overwritten with the help of this method, okay. So w mode, if you are opening, what will happen? File pointer will be always pointing to, this is the file pointer, file will be always pointing to beginning of the file protagonist.csv. So whatever content already was there, that will be overwritten by the new content. So this content and old content both are same only, so that we are getting the latest content only as a result like this, okay. So with this, your CSV files are over. So next, they have explained about how we can write dictionaries format of files, no, into the CSV file. Okay, see here. Uh, the objects of csv.dictReader. Okay, dictReader class function is going to be used to read CSV file as a dictionary. So we can read CSV file as a dictionary, and we can write the dictionary into a CSV file. So that we are going to see with the help of dictReader and dictWriter also. Okay, so we'll see example for that. So see here, this entire people.csv file is going to be written as the read as the dictionary now. So the same method with open people.csv read as file, CSV file is equal to csv.dictReader of file. Okay, so the same function name, but the function same file handle we have used, and the function name alone dictReader, and the variable name is csv underscore file. So for row in csv underscore file, you need to print using dict method. Okay, so print row alone we have given in the beginning for a reader function, okay. But here we are going to read the CSV file in the form of dictionary, so that when you are printing it, you need to use this dict method. So dict of row, so every values are converted now as a dictionary values, that is name Jack, name Miller, age 23, age 22, and profession doctor, profession engineer. So like that, the values can be created in the dictionary format. So for that, we have used dict method, okay, inside the print function. So as we can see, the entries of the first row are the dictionary keys. That is, first rows are called dictionary keys, and the entries of the other rows are dictionary values, okay. So CSV file is a CSV dict reader object. Okay, the object can be iterated over using the for loop, and CSV dict reader, it returned an ordered dictionary type of each row, type for each row. So ordered dictionary only is displayed here. Same order only it was displayed. That is why we used dict to convert each row into a dictionary. Okay, so we have explicitly used the dict method to create the dictionaries inside the for loop, that is print dict of row we have used. Okay, next is dict writer. Okay, so the objects of dict writer class can be used to write the CSV file from the Python dictionary. So from dictionary, we are going to convert into CSV file. So we can see the output also here, dict reader and dict writer. See, so with open pupil.csv, the CSV file is going to be read as the dictionary, and we have got the output also in the same method. Okay, now next we are going to write the dictionary file into a CSV format. So dictionary we have written with the help of the write row. Okay, so write header we are calling here. Writer is equal to, see, just will come from beginning with open players.csv w new line is equal to, within single quotes only empty space we need to give, as file, as the file handle name or file object name, and then field names we need to assign. So only two field names we are assigning here, that is player name and file rating. Okay, and writer is equal to, it's a variable name, and csv dot dict writer. So you can see D is a capital, right, W is a capital. So dict writer file, this is the file handle which is referring this player.csv. Okay, players.csv. So file comma field names is equal to field names. So field name whatever we have assigned, that is going to be copied here inside this text writer. So writer dot write header method we are calling, this is the header, and write row. So next we are going to write the rows. So player name, so what is the first heading name, that is column name, player name Magnus Carlsen. Okay, file rating we have entered the value. So like that, three rows we have created. Next we are going to read the same CSV file, and we are going to print a dictionary. That dictionary is going to be printed, that entire file is going to be printed. So it is read as a dictionary file, that is a CSV file only. So it is displayed as a CSV file, but actually we have written in the form of what? We have entered the value in the form of dictionary file. Okay, so like a dictionary file, we have passed the value, but we have got the output in the form of list, that is CSV file. Okay, see here. So we got the result in the form of CSV file format. Okay. So with this, our CSV file concepts and all got over. So we have understood about what is the use of this write row method in order to write the content. Before using write row, we need to call the writer method. Okay. So writer method we need to use in order to write the content. Okay. So CSV dot writer, then file name we need to give and close the parenthesis, and write row we can use afterwards. Okay. So this variable name only is going to be used here in this place. Okay. So writer dot write row. Okay, so with the CSV file concepts and all over. So any doubts if you have, you can clarify with me. Thank you.